Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Bull City Hangout 429. Wait a minute, it's 4:30, last day in April. Wow, time is flying. It's hard to keep track of the days, and I know you agree with me with that. So here's the thing. I'm doing Bull City Hangout. This is where I tell you what's happening today in Durham. And I also invite you to join me on camera to just hang out, share information if you haven't. And let me get started here. I'll tell you what's happening. Let me grab my iPad real fast. Let us start with the school tools page. That's where you go to durhamskywriter.com, scroll down or click on school tools. And Anderson Edwards. How you doing, Anderson? Very happy to have you here. You can join me on camera if you like. What I'm going to do real quick is read some announcements, and then you can hang out with me. So let me get started with the school tools page, with today being Thursday. And again, it is so hard to keep up with the days. Anyway, okay. I've been telling you every day about the Durham Feast program. This is where young people aged 18 and under can get fed for free. They can pick up, or you can pick up for them, bagged breakfast and lunch. Also, the adults can get non-perishable food supplies and or family-style casseroles. And this is made possible by the participation of local restaurants. So you know the food is yummy. So let me tell you real quick, the schools, I'm telling you real quick because you have until 12:30 to get to one of these schools. Bethesda Elementary, Eno Valley Elementary, Githens Middle, Irene Harris, Hillside, Parkwood, Sandy Ridge. And noon until 1:30, that's Burton, Lakeview, Shepherd, Southern, and Southwest. And with today being, today being Thursday, so certain schools have leaped into the fray. And so on Fridays only, I'm telling you about it now because they start at 11. You know, the show starts at noon. So tomorrow, starting at 11, you can go to Brogdon, Eastway, Glen, Holt, Y.E. Smith, C.C. Spalding. This is in addition to the schools I already read. And then also, just to let you know, tomorrow only from noon to 1:30, Club Boulevard, Hillendale, Holton, KIPP, that's K-I-P-P, Marine Joy Charter School, and Lakewood Middle School. Also, with this being Thursday, Grace Church of Durham, they're helping out. They have something called Grab and Go Meals for Kids, and they can pick up. Now, obviously, this is going to be a curbside thing, so they can pick up or you can pick up for them. Just drive by and they'll just hand it to you. Free lunches will be distributed curbside. This is Grace Church of Durham. They are at 1417 Coal Mill Road. All right. Now let's go. Oh, still on the school tools page. Let's go to Moorhead at Home. This is a partnership of Moorhead Planetarium and the North Carolina Science Festival. And I know they're suffering because this is a yearly thing, and you know you're supposed to be able to go to the museums and all these different places and enjoy science. Anyway, they're doing it online, and they're just dealing with it. So it's called Moorhead at Home. This is a at-home series, and I have two items to list today from 5 until 6. The virtual Teen Science Cafe. The topic is tackling climate change. Where are we now, and how do we move forward? So UNC Chapel Hill PhD candidate Lauren McRae will be leading a discussion on climate change and the different ways scientists are looking to combat it within the next decade. All right, now tomorrow morning, same thing. We're talking about Moorhead at Home. So tomorrow, from 10 until 10:30 a.m., there's going to be a 360-degree video premiere called Take Flight. And I don't know if you've ever seen 360 video. It is so cool. It's like immersive. It's really fun. So you can learn about the 4 forces of flight: lift, weight, thrust, and drag, and follow animated versions of Orville and Wilbur Wright and their quest to conquer the skies. So check that out. Go to the school tools page for information on that one. Now let's go to the word page. That is the governmental and nonprofit information page. And let's see. Oh yeah, today's the deadline. Okay, here we go. So I've been telling you about this as well. Durham County government has different advisory boards made up by residents, citizens. Basically, this is where you can share your expertise, serve your community, et cetera, et cetera. There are some vacancies. Today is the deadline for getting in your application. And here are the vacancies. They are in these different committees: the Adult Care Home Community Advisory Committee, the City County Appearance Commission, Durham Open Space and Trails Commission, Juvenile Crime Prevention Council, and the Nursing Home Community Advisory Committee. So get your applications in by 5 this afternoon. Details can be found on the Word page and also the Legalese page as well. Okay, now let's go to the To Your Health page real quick. Let's see. I don't know if it's ended yet, but I was watching this wonderful forum on COVID-19, personal stories of triumph, people who actually had it, and the way they describe it is like really scary. It's nothing. I mean, a lot of people don't believe this is for real. It is for real. Also, they're giving research. They're talking with people from Lincoln Community Health Center, North Carolina Central University, Duke University, and other entities. It's really wonderful. It might be still going on, but in any case, it's on the Durham Cares Facebook page. If you want to cut out and watch that, that's fine. But I will try to get permission to embed it on the health page of the Durham Skywriter because it's really, really wonderful. Okay, now let's go to the Garden Shed page. Another deadline. So, you know about Keep Durham Beautiful. They have this thing called the Pollinator Pocket Seed Giveaway. That's where you can fill out a form online, and then hopefully they haven't run out yet, but they will send you in the mail a packet of sunflower seeds. Now, who can pass that up? Who can pass that up? I mean, I already sent, as soon as I heard about it, I sent in my form right away. So details can be found on the Garden Shed page. So again, this is free. And the deadline is today. It doesn't say what time, but try to get it in as soon as possible because first come, first serve, just saying. Okay, let's see. Oh, one item on the Legalese page, which is local politics and safety and all that sort of wonderful stuff. Let's see. I think something has been canceled. See if I can find it real quick. Ah, there it is. Oh, okay. So there was going to be a special city council virtual work session this afternoon. It was going to be at 5 o'clock. And I think they were going to be, oh, right. We were supposed to have been able to watch the interviews with candidates trying to fill the third ward vacancy. But it's been canceled. I don't know why it's just been canceled. We'll see what happens. I'll try to find out next week what's going on with that. But that has been canceled. Today's very special work session with City Council has been canceled. So there you go. Weather report. It is 57. Oh, my stray cats are out there, Galway and Spike. Anyway, it is 57 degrees. It was raining. It was drizzling. It's now stopped, but it's very cloudy out. It's going to be partly sunny. And supposedly we're getting thunderstorms tonight. We'll see. It's going up to 66 degrees. So that's not too bad. Tomorrow's going to be 64 and cloudy. And I think it's going to rain a little bit more. I don't know. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. So Anderson, if you want to join me or if anybody else wants to jump in, let me put the link in the chat there. There is the link. I should have put it in earlier. Sorry about that. I got kind of carried away with all the news and forgot. So if you want to join me, that would be awesome. I'll just sit here for a minute and see if any of you gather the nerve to come on camera. And there's nothing to it, really. Actually, I'm going to write an article on how to prepare for being on camera on the internet, you know, Facebook, StreamYard, whatever app you happen to be using. I think a lot of people are scared, simple as that, or nervous, self-conscious, whatever. There's really not anything to it. The best place to really test this is by going on Facebook, where you know you're talking to friends anyway. Although there's a certain anonymity with being on something like Periscope, which is worldwide. It depends on how you look at it. But if any of you are interested in learning how to appear on camera and being natural and comfortable, we can actually do a couple of test runs and private ones. Anderson, childhood friend from Chicago. Anderson, you better get out of here. How you doing, Anderson?
I'm doing fine. How you doing? How my big sister doing?
Doing great, little bro. So what you up to?
I'm sitting outside, looking out at outside in Chicago. We got a little we call it a little bit of rainy weather today,
Oh yeah.
and so I'm going for a quick run and to tiptoe through the raindrops, and
Okay.
we're
So I
trying to try to
suppose
get.
you don't have any ongoing gigs. Anderson is probably the best musician you've seen on my show for show. For real. Should I brag? No, just tell us a little bit about your career. I mean, don't you
It's
know?
all, my career's over. What you want me to tell you?
No, it's just on hold. It's not
Is
over.
over. All right. 2 years from now, we're gonna check back in.
Well, I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding.
Whoo-wee.
Well, tell
Um,
me tell me what you plan to do when this is all over with.
when what's over?
This COVID-19, when we can exit our homes safely.
Okay. You really want me to answer that question?
Okay, I was just hoping that you had some plans because you've been all over the world playing music and playing blues,
Yeah.
playing R&B and jazz and piano and bass and Lord knows what else.
Well, as everyone knows, this is a brand new world, and we
Mm,
have to adjust to it. Um, so the entertainment industry, just like the cruise ship industry, just like the hotel, just like the airline, have been hit in a way that's never been foreseen
right.
and couldn't be planned for. So, in essence, most of those industries, we're talking about the restaurant, we're talking about the hospitality thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be about 2 year process. As far as them
Wow.
actually coming up, yeah, because
Whoa.
first they gotta the time it takes to come up with a vaccine,
Mm-hmm.
then for people to trust the vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
By the time those two things happen, we've already had at least a year and a half of resistance. So where people are more accustomed to staying inside. It's going to be more virtual than live.
But you know
It's
what,
going to take a
Anderson?
minute. It's going to take a minute for the society to readjust to that. We'll come out, but not the same way,
That's
and
true.
hence why I said the 2 years.
Okay, but you know what? I think in some ways that I look at it is that the music industry, in a way, is ahead of the rest of the world in that some musicians have been sort of migrating online, producing their own music, not waiting to be discovered by the big labels, putting out their own music,
You
being
have to.
in concert. Like Tom Brown, he was just in concert a couple of weeks ago from his living
Hmm.
room. He played to tracks, you
Right.
know, and
So
some
that's
musician,
the virtual arena is where everybody will primarily will be.
mm,
Um, Now, people naturally like to go out.
yeah,
That
sure.
will come back. It will just be a slow process. The
Mm-hmm,
the babies will come out instantly because they're babies and they got
mm-hmm,
to run around.
mm-hmm,
But the grown folks,
mm-hmm.
it's gonna take a minute, and it just is.
Yeah.
Um, so that's where we are. So like I said, going back to what I'm doing, I'm just enjoying the day and this gray weather here
You
in
out?
Chicago.
You were in your car?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
My mobile location.
Your mobile office.
My mobile office, yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. Enjoying this new normal that we call life,
Mm-hmm.
and praying for you and everyone else within the sound of my voice to just enjoy life. The beautiful thing about this virus
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of people is forcing us to appreciate each other again. You know,
Oh,
those those that have families in the house, going back to how it was when you and I were kids,
sitting
with
at the
you
dinner
eat,
table talking.
sitting at, thank you. So, with the cell phone and our lives just moving all around, we've gotten away from some of the values that of previous generations. So
Very
yeah,
true.
the
Very
you
true.
you you're forced to talk more to your kids and deal more with your kids, um, and maybe resolve some issues
Mm-hmm.
that you tiptoeing around. So this is a wake up call for not just America, but for the world. I mean,
Wow. I'm so glad
for
you
the
came on here to
world.
say that.
This
You
is a
really
wake up
deserve
call
it.
for the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the travel industry. Like I said, all those industries
Yeah.
going from going from 60 to 0 in 2 weeks time.
Nobody saw that coming.
Well, yes, none of us, the regular people, we didn't see it coming. People have been talking about it for years. You pull up Fauci, Fauci was talking about it. Pull up President Obama. President Obama talked about it. You pull up a few other presidents. Bush and them were talking about it. So this on that
Hmm.
level, when you're talking about government stuff, they've been talking about it. Just that nobody really take it seriously. It's like
Mm.
they. This is stuff from the movies. We
It
watch
is.
the movies. You know. Oh, and the president in the situation room, and Mr. President, so and so done stole 16 vials of X, so and so,
Mhm.
and if one of those vials gets out, okay, somebody else
Dun,
comes
dun,
in. All right,
dun.
right, give me the numbers, and you look on the screen. It'll kill so many people in a day, in an hour, so many people in a day, so many people. We've seen this in the James Bond, all of their movies,
Mm-hmm.
over and over.
And never thought it
So
would ever
people,
happen. Yeah. Mhm.
so people thought about it, but ain't nobody took it seriously that it would cripple countries and governments. This is this
Well,
is
even
biblical.
if somebody had said it straightforward, this is going to happen next year, most people would say, "Pfft, of course not." Yeah.
That's just like, all right. So now you said about this thing and the virus. If you sit up here and Google, and it's a sobering thought,
Mm.
but you did ask me.
Okay.
Look at the last viruses that have occurred.
Yeah.
See,
Like
okay,
Ebola.
period.
Mm-hmm.
And then check to see how many of them are gone.
They're not really gone, but they were dealt with.
Say that. Say that first thing. They what?
They're not really
They're
gone.
not. Okay. So in light of that,
Hmm. I guess you better be careful, huh?
everybody's trying. Right. They're trying to sugarcoat because they don't want anybody to panic. But the
Mm-hmm.
reality is that most of these viruses don't go away.
Mm-hmm.
We develop
Cures and methods of staving them off, at least.
treatment.
Yeah, treatment's a good word because you have to stay on it. You have to
And
stay on it.
that's so that's the reality of that. So
Mm.
I'm a realist. So
Yeah, I got you.
um
But I really do
that's
think
just
this is even though that's all happening, it's kind of out of our hands as far as regular folks.
Right.
So what I've been telling people is just to think of ways to make money and to keep your families together and to deal
Mm-hmm.
with the basics. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying don't pay attention to what's happening out in the rest of the world,
Oh no,
but
no. You gotta
but
pay
yeah,
attention. If there's
now's the time to find opportunities. That's what I'm saying. Just like what I said, I think the musical industry. I think it took a long time for them to accept online um, MP3s and live streaming and downloading and that sort of thing. And they really fought against it. They really wanted us to buy records and CDs and whatnot forever. It took a long time for the industry to finally admit that the times were changing. So I really think that your industry, the music industry, is actually ahead of the game for those who have learned how to market themselves, put on their own concerts, and get their own music, develop their own audience first, because you got to sell to somebody.
right,
So
right.
develop your audience and then sell, because your audience will be local. What's the word? Loyal. If you have a good following, they will be
Right,
loyal to you. Yeah.
right, right. So as I was saying earlier,
Mm-hmm.
the virtual, the virtual canvas, the virtual world is where we are.
Mm-hmm.
We can sit up here now and order groceries. We can do most of everything, and never. It's killing me. My hat's not straight. That's bugging me. I didn't realize I had an issue, and I do.
Actually, you
Okay.
had it's perfect. I don't know what you're.
Yeah, no,
It's
yeah, it's
perfect.
close. It's kind of looking kind of. Um, I have issues,
It's
America. Please forgive.
it's
And I didn't
perfect.
know I had it. I didn't know I had it until just now. Okay. How
Now
about
you
this? We go.
there you go. There you go. Crisis averted.
It's bad enough I came out and I didn't shave because I wasn't planning on seeing anybody or having anybody see
You're
me.
so
um,
goofy.
yes, it's this is this the beauty, the silver lining in this dark cloud. Um, is we as humans are going to get back to taking life a little bit more seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Our friendships,
Mm-hmm.
to value them a little bit more than we were before.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding the fragileness, the fragility.
Fragility. Uh-oh. Waxing poetic.
Oh, I
Oh.
have, you know,
Uh-oh.
I have a vocabulary. I don't use it often, but I do have one. Um, just how fragile life is,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully we'll shed some of the pettiness
Mm-hmm.
that a lot of us have embraced.
Mm-hmm.
Because as we're losing people, when it hits you, this is
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
For people who it hasn't hit them yet,
Mm-hmm.
but when it hits you and your circle is modified, I call it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
gonna we're gonna appreciate life a lot more. I I hope. I pray.
Yeah. Yeah. And I do hope that, folks, that you look after your elderly. In fact, my cousin Julia just called, and I told her as soon as I'm done here, I'm running over to her house. She's 95, and she's awesome. So I'm going to
Yes.
run over there and see what she needs. Go, do a little shopping for her, that sort of thing. So,
Okay.
yeah, and I think a lot of people are starting to do that. They haven't done that before. It's nice to at least start. If you do have elderly neighbors and relatives and cousins and whatnot, if you haven't been doing it in the past, you can start doing it now.
Thank you.
Nothing wrong. Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with getting a late start because they'd
Check
appreciate
on
it.
us elderly people. Yes.
Because I'll tell you one thing about elderly, it drives me crazy. They
What's
hate
that?
to ask for help because they hate being what they call a
A
burden.
burden. Right.
And I'm
Right.
like,
But that's a part of life.
I
As
know, but
as we as we adjust,
mm-hmm,
when we first became adults,
mm-hmm,
and that first time that somebody younger than you called you sir or ma'am, and
mm-hmm.
you're like, huh? And you had to adjust.
I was like, oh,
Yes. Huh? Right.
yeah,
Now, you're 20 some odd. You're the age of the substitute teacher
Mm,
from your grammar school. You are and some of us were offended by the term sir and ma'am. And
mm,
that gets us away from understanding where we are. So at every
mm.
age, you have to adjust to
Sure.
your situation. And
Hmm.
so we have to, as the elderly in training, I call us.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah,
I love that.
pre elderly, kind of
Pre-elderly.
elderly,
Hmm.
something like elderly. Okay. But
Elderly
this
adjacent.
yeah, my mama used to say, "Baby, you on the green side of old age. You
Oh, I
just,
like that.
yeah, you little baby. You still, okay." So anyway, I digress.
Hmm.
Um, I'm so grateful to be on my big sister's show,
This is
and
cool.
I've been right. We've been talking about this for centuries.
Hmm.
Now I'm following instructions. I follow the words of my elders. My name is Anderson Edwards. Been a freelance musician since Jimmy Carter, somewhere around there. Um, I play keys and bass, and I've been blessed to have been able to work all over the world, not everywhere in the world, but I've I've worked. If you've seen a musician do it, I've done it at least once,
Cool.
maybe twice,
Hmm.
and so it's a wake up call to
Yeah.
to see this new world as we're going into it. So
Hmm.
anyway, so
Well,
I did everything you told me.
I appreciate that. You didn't mention that you played bass for Coco Taylor, but I'm just saying. I mean, for this is the South where I am,
Well,
and
I,
we love the
I
blues just
I
like in
played
Chicago.
music with
Yeah.
I played music with a lot of people. She's just
Oh, okay. Okay, Anderson.
so yeah
She's one of many. Okay.
she's one of many. So
Okay.
let's see, over in your area, there's a youngster named Kingfish Ingram, Christone Kingfish Ingram.
Is that fabulous
Little
young blues player? Yeah.
20 year old out there. So I've played with him as well.
Okay. He's
Tyrone
fabulous.
Davis and
All
you
right
know
now.
let's see who else comes through the South. Willie 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 Clayton. Lord, it's been
Okay.
centuries. Willie, hey Willie, if you hear it, I'm sorry it took me 2 seconds, but I'm a senior. So I've played a number of with a number of people, and
Okay.
over in your area is Durham, uh, by the baseball field, right? Wherever the festivals over there, you know what I'm talking about. The
There's.
Blues Festival.
Oh, yeah. It was at the old ballpark.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Okay, all right. So
Yeah. At the DAP.
yeah,
Okay. I got
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Cool.
So I
Very
played
cool.
played with a number of people.
Okay. Well,
Now,
I've never seen you put out an album, but do you think you would, especially with these times where you're kind of on your own? Because you do write
well,
music.
I have I've done some theater. That's the thing that I've done the most.
Okay.
I consider myself more of a side musician. I've always
Okay.
enjoyed that. So being an artist is not something I see myself as. Although,
Hmm. Hmm.
in light of this, the only thing that I can continue to do right now is composition. So I'm
Hmm.
working on that, and we'll see how that develops. So
Okay.
to
Because
be
because a lot of
TBD.
because a lot of so-called sidemen do put out albums. Drummers and bassists, they can't
Oh,
possibly
that is
go out
that
there on
is
their
true.
own. Yeah.
That is true. How,
Yeah.
like I said, I said TBD. So
Okay.
we're
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah. Because there's a couple other composers that I'm familiar with. One in particular that's in the Durham area that
I don't know who you're
can
talking about.
put put her stuff out,
Well, again, when you're just a side person, I play
and
rhythm guitar, so how can I put my
she
own
has
music out?
She has a far more expansive catalog of songs than I have, and she's a wonderful composer. So maybe
I don't know.
what she can do is record some of those and have those on the backdrop, the in and the out of her
Well,
program.
actually, I do. Yeah, actually, yeah, I do use a snippet of one of my songs for the intro of my interview show. And when you watch the trailer on my YouTube channel, which is Patricia A. Murray, that's one of my songs. So yeah. So at least yeah. So I'm using my music a little bit. Be that as it may, I look forward to you coming on the show again, and maybe I've goofy. I've actually had bands to play live on my show. If you ever want to do that with some of your boys, just want to play some music, just hang out, whatever. Why not? Because I've had music. I've had a whole band on, solo
My cameraman
musicians.
is getting. I don't know what's going on with my cameraman. Oh, okay.
So just think about it. Oh, Guy Cook. Hey, Guy. And the word collaboration comes to mind. Oh, isn't that clever?
Hmm.
I play guitar. You
Hmm.
play bass and piano. Maybe we can work something out. We'll talk about it.
Hmm.
As my godmother always said. We'll talk about it. Talk about
Put
it.
on the list of things to
Okay.
do. Well, I don't. I digress. As you know, I go from here and there. So, thank you for having me on your show.
Absolutely. This was super fun. I'm trying to get Cookie to come on and Jahan and other Chicago folks. Donald, if he wants to come on. I just named my
Mm.
sister, niece, and brother-in-law. So yeah, I actually invite lots of people on, but like I said earlier, you might have missed it. But what I said earlier was that a lot of people are probably scared to come on because they think it's a big deal. And I'm actually going to write an
Why?
article. Well, a lot of people they
Yeah.
are very nervous when I invite them. They're nervous. I mean, people are looking at us. Some people are afraid of that notion.
Yes. I'm having a. I'm
What are
having
you
moments.
doing?
Well,
Are
I
you
got a I have a symmetry thing, and I didn't really realize it. So now me and my cameraman are kind of working on, is this my best side? Is this my best side? Maybe I need to do a top angle. Oh, that looks better than it.
you are goofy.
I haven't had my medication. Just sign me off. Say thank you for coming on.
Okay, Anderson. Just profiling. That's what he's doing. Okay, ladies.
Yeah,
There you
that looks that.
Okay, Anderson. We're getting silly now. But
Okay.
I welcome you to come back though, for real. Okay. Take care. I'll see
Anything,
you later.
anything, anything for you. I'll press the leave button now.
Okay, little bro. That was fun. Wow. And we grew up together. His mom and my mom were great, great friends. And yeah, actually, Anderson was the age of my little brother. He died when he was 21. But yeah, so we grew up pretty tight. So there you go. Oh, that was fun. So, Guy, if you want to come on, that's cool. Otherwise, I'll just kind of skip away and go on with my day and check on my cousin. So let me just give you a few seconds to see if you click. If not, then I'll just mosey on. And it's getting lighter out. It's supposed to be partly sunny, so looks like it's not going to rain anymore. So anyway, the link is right there, right above. I'll post it again. Boom. There you go. There it is. Okay. See if you can join me and tell us what's going on in the great Northwest. All righty. Let's see if Guy is able to join us. Anybody else want to join? Sure. And there's Guy, our cook. Kaboom. Hey, Guy, what's new?
I gotta show you the camera. Let me tip my camera.
There you go. Whoa.
That's what's new. See those lights?
Yeah.
The lights are the new.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
They're called starters. They got little heater pads underneath the seeds. So the top one is they're called. Just a second. I got to turn off one of
Yeah,
these.
yeah. Close your Facebook page. Yeah, close the
Yeah.
Facebook page. Yeah.
There. Whoa, that was strange. God, the word collaboration keeps coming to mind, though, Patricia.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
You got to know more than one musician. You could have a whole band on here if you did it right.
Yeah, I actually have had bands on here.
But I mean, you could have
3-piece band, 4-piece band.
You could have one guy playing the bass, one playing the drums, one playing the piano.
Oh, I don't know about the lag problem though. That's
but I've seen it on TV where they have choirs. There'll be like
I've seen that, but some of those are pre-recorded because there is a lag problem. Even if you're wearing headphones and you're playing at the same time as other musicians, sometimes there is a lag time. So when you see
have an editor blend it all together.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Yeah.
Anyway, this is my youngest son was gonna start seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Went out and got these seed starting gizmos with the lights, and they got a heater pad. I don't know if you can see that little cord right there.
I do.
Okay, that's a heating pad that lays underneath it that warms the soil.
Nice.
So the top one, I got Blue Lake bush green beans. So I don't grow pole beans because that's too much of a jungle. With the bush beans, oh my God.
Bush beans are good, yeah.
Oh, yeah, those are the best. And this one,
okay,
is what's called an ananas noir tomato.
Ooh.
The reason I'm starting one again is I gave a start to my youngest son. I gave him some gold medal tomato and ananas noir, which are called, the household name for them is black Hawaiian. A guy was growing heirloom. He was growing heirloom tomatoes next to a pineapple field.
Okay, right? Okay.
And it cross-pollinated somehow.
A tomato and a pineapple?
Yeah, that's what I thought was weird. So over in Belgium, Google it.
I will.
Ananas noir. And bananas, like bananas plural with no B. Ananas noir. And then noir. It's Noire, which is French for black. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
He grew these tomatoes. They make the best. I mean, I've never had it so good. Tomato soup. I learned how to peel tomatoes, where you dip them in hot water and then take them out after about 5 minutes and the peel just comes right off and then you chop them up.
So it's a lot sweeter than regular tomatoes, I bet.
Oh, right? You'll think you passed away and went to the good place.
Whoa. I'm definitely going to look this up.
Yeah, if I could get this in a can, I could put Campbell's out of business. I'm telling you. Oh yeah, it's with a grilled cheese sandwich and that tomato soup. Oh, I could.
That sounds good.
I could have a line at my restaurant so long. Except
I'm going to look that up.
I'd only have 4 chairs because of the social distancing thing. But anyway, that's why the line would be big. I'd say, well, don't worry about how long it takes you to eat. Makes it look good that there's a line that big.
I am going to check that out because now, is this the stocky bush type of tomatoes, or is it like the super tall?
It's pretty tall. It'll get about,
what's the word? Determinate versus indeterminate?
It's an heirloom, and the tomatoes, a big one can get this big. Oh, maybe this big.
That's some good eating.
Yeah. And I like the other variety I gave him, which is called gold medal, like gold medal flour. The gold medal, it's kind of yellow with a streak of red in it, but when you slice it open, it's yellow, but there's a big burst of red. Random. Oh, it's really good for a sandwich with some wall of sweet and a gold medal tomato. Oh.
So getting back to this ananas noir, would it be easy for? I'm all the way across the country from you, so I would probably only be able to get seeds.
North Carolina, you're probably only going to get seeds.
Okay.
I've been having good luck with Burgess, Burgess.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Burgess seed catalog is pretty extensive.
Okay.
Hang on just a second.
I'm definitely going to send for that. It's not too late. Actually, tomorrow's the 1st of May, so it's perfect timing.
Ananas Noir.
Okay.
Here's the package.
Mm-hmm.
There's the company.
Okay.
Ohio.
Is it Burpees? Is it Burpees or you said Burgess? Is it Burpee?
Yeah, but Burgess isn't where the
Burgess.
Ananas. Yeah, forget that. I get everything else there. But these came from Ohio Heirloom Seeds.
Oh, okay. Ohio Heirloom Seeds. Okay.
And they have a .com. Ohio heirloomseeds.com.
Thank you, God. As soon as I'm
put that on the to-do list.
Later this afternoon, I will definitely check that out.
Oh, I would do it this morning.
Okay.
I mean, why wait?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I've got the fever now. I wasn't sure if these lights, because I have to keep these lights on all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know if I was going to have to put a blanket up in front of them, because it was going to make me look like a silhouette instead.
Yeah.
But I have enough light in front of me, as you can see with my glasses. If I get the right angle, I look like a robot. Anyway.
Actually, I have a seed starting setup right next to my kitchen window. I have a little platform for my seeds, and then I put a work light, just like a fluorescent light. That's what I've been using.
Well, these are actual grow lights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the good grow light is at. Do you have Home Depot back there?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Home Depot sells a bulb. It's an LED grow light bulb.
Mm-hmm.
It costs $15,
mm-hmm.
and it's round, screws in just like a regular light bulb. So you
mm-hmm.
go over to. I'll show you in the camera. You go over to the section that's got the
work lights. Yeah.
You get those kind of setups to hold the bulb.
And those are only like $10.
Yeah, those are cheap.
Utility work light.
You'll have less than $25 in the whole setup.
Let me write that down. Okay. Home Depot grow bulb.
Yeah.
You
can probably look. The thing to do with Home Depot, I don't know about where you live, but here, after 6 a.m, there's a line outside the door because they're doing the social distancing thing, because Washington State, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Well, when you're older, they let you in free. I think not free. First hour.
If they've got over whatever their quote is, let's say it's 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's how many they can have at a time. They stop you outside the door and you line up just like waiting for a movie theater ticket.
Oh, okay.
6 feet apart.
Mm-hmm.
And then the guy up there counting, every once in a while, he'll go, okay, come on. And then stop, just like loading cars on the ferry. And so the way to get around that, you order online.
Order and pick up. Yeah, order and pick up at
the online
customer service desk.
No, you don't even have to get out of your car. You just pull up in a special designated curbside pickup area and call the phone number that's on the sign and say, yeah, I'm Patricia. I'm here to get the whatever. And I'm in the blue Pontiac or whatever you're driving.
And you will have already paid online as well.
Yeah, you pay it online with your bank card. And my son's got me off for using cash. I don't have cash anymore. I do everything on the bank card. Even when I buy a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Bank card.
Wow. You just got to be careful because you can overspend if you're not paying attention.
Okay, now that's the key word, overspend. Look at your computer, and there's a software on there called Mint, M-I-N-T, which is a budgeting software. It keeps track of every penny you spend for everything online. So if you get let's say you give yourself a budget of $50 for fast food, like whatever restaurant you're going to go into, like the Durham, North Carolina Bar and Grill, French fries to go.
Yeah.
So you can look at that periodically because it's online all the time. You log in and say, okay, how much is my fast food budget do I have left? Oh, I've already spent $48. Okay, this month I'm not going to go over the budget. And it'll save you money.
Okay. It's good to be mindful. I mean, I do have my bank app on my phone, and I can always check the balance. But I like the idea of allowing yourself to spend certain amounts of money in certain categories. That's very smart.
Oh,
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I've had people telling me, "Oh, you need a budget. You need a budget." And yeah, sure, I'll get a budget someday. But I never did. You know, I always had an excuse. Oh, I don't want to do. I can just whoop out a 20 and pay for it. I'm good as long as I have a $20 bill in my wallet.
Yeah, as long as you're not like foolish with your money.
Yeah. So now. Oh, was that a moth that flew out? No. No bills.
Cashless society.
Oh no, I take it back. I have a dollar bill.
Ooh, let me see. Ooh. That's pretty amazing.
And that's as a result of Stephen showed me that, hey, get your act together because I'm 68. It's time to get all the ducks in a row. Have my income be viable. I'm down to, I've got one client that pays me a monthly residual for doing the website. And I'm redoing the description of that job. Anyway, not much else going on. Oh, I got to share a picture to you. Just a second.
Okay.
Yesterday, on the 29th, my Donald Trump check came in the mail. And so...
He put his name on the check. It's like, come on.
Well, mine was direct deposit, so I didn't see his name.
Yeah, same here.
I didn't see his name.
So you remember where this came from?
Yeah. I can remember that.
Who loves you? Who loves you, baby?
Yeah, he got my vote. Let's see.
I hope that was facetious.
Oh, I don't have it. Well, I don't have my phone in here. Well, we'll just table that agenda.
That's okay.
I'll tell you what I got. My wife craft room, you know, one of the bedrooms in this house, just like this used to be a bedroom. Her window faces right out at the garden. It'd be the northwest corner of the garden. Okay. If you're looking at it on the map. So I took a 4x4 post and I planted it in that corner. And I put 2 hanging baskets up on the top. You know, with the pretty flowers. She loves it. So every year I would get those like wave petunias that grow.
Oh, I love those.
And dude it up whatever green thumb inspiration I had. So yesterday, now that I'm filthy rich, I was at Weimar to get stuff that I thought I needed. Like example, the little shameless plug. Breathe Right. If you snore, like I snore like really bad, these help. Okay. So I was at Weimar getting those, and as I was walking to the door, you know how you've heard the phrase "love at first sight."
Yeah.
I saw those baskets of flowers sitting on the shelf, and I said, "Gotta have them.
Gotta get them."
Yeah. So I hung them up. And she's commented, way more than she ever did about the homegrown ones. Oh, those are so beautiful. I just love those flowers. And so, as far as, you know, you've heard the term spouse points. I made,
you made some, though.
I made some. Oh, yeah.
That's good. You know what? I actually want to point something out, though. Because of this pandemic, a lot of people are not shopping for flowers. I just bought 4 wave petunias for $1 each. And there's check your local, your Lowe's, your Home Depot, the
wave petunias here. 2 plants for $9. 2 for $9. So if you got them for $1 a piece, put it in a box, send them to me. I'll go down to the corner. We'll sell them for $3 pop.
Oh man! But here's the thing: a lot of people are not shopping for plants, and also,
they're getting food.
Their workers probably aren't able to water them because the distress plants are. They have a huge amount of distress plants.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can always nurse them back to health with water.
I had a decorative grass plant that was supposed to be an annual, and I had it going for 3 years before it finally died out. And I got it from the distress plant thing. They were selling for $1 a pop.
I buy a lot of my plants.
Yeah. My Lithidora, you know how you plant pollinators next to your garden?
Yeah.
Well, I got one that has blue flowers. I didn't know this, but I read it.
Hi, Deborah.
Honeybees like blue flowers the best.
That's their favorite.
Yeah. And so I went down to Home Depot again. Was it last year? I think last year. And it was at the end of the season for the Lithidora. That's the name of the plant. And they had a price tag of $7.95 on each plant. I said, the vendor happened to be there. She was doing her job, whatever that entails. I said, I'll buy all of them if you make me a deal. And I was thinking,
you can do that?
Well, I always try. If you don't ask, how are you going to know? You know?
Okay.
So I knew I was talking to the right person. She says, how about $1 a piece? Done.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Really?
Yep. Ask and ye shall receive. You heard that phrase.
But how did she get away with that? Because brought in.
She's the vendor. She represents the vendor. You know, like Acme Plant Company, and they said, okay, such and such a date. I don't remember the date, but on the 15th, we're going to blow out the Lithidora. So I went there on the 14th, maybe, or whatever day I was in advance of, because she hadn't marked them down yet. And she went right there and went over to the checkout stand and got their price gun. So these are all $1 a piece. Bing, bing, bing. And
so the store isn't insulted, thinking that they've lost out on some revenue?
No, the store doesn't tick off the vendors because that's their grower. That's where they get their supply from. So I don't know if it's a consignment deal. Maybe it's a consignment deal.
I don't know. That sounds really interesting.
But Guy did good on that one.
You sure did. Okay. But you know what? I got to go because I promised my cousin Julia I was going to swing by her house at 1 and see what she needs. She's my 95-year-old cousin.
Speaking of 95, let me tell you real quick.
Okay.
So the guy goes to see I think it's his grandma, who's 97 at the old folks' home. You can't go in, so there's just a sign on the window. Just a sign on the window. You know what it says?
What?
Go away. Come back when you have bourbon.
Well, at least they're being cute about it.
Well, I don't know if it was cute or if she was serious. 97, 97, you might be just saying just what you felt, you know. Anyway, tell Julia hi.
I will.
Don't forget to tell her about you're going to do the collaboration with one of your other musicians.
We'll see.
I tried to talk some guitar players that I knew into doing that. Because one guy I went to school with, Joe Kenny, real good drummer. In fact, he played drums like God when he was in high school, and now 50 years later, he's that good.
Okay.
And then Brian plays steel guitar. Dave plays guitar. So I was going to have him make a tape and then send me the tape. I would blend it together, you know, like it's got to be to sound right, and then play it back. I was going to play it back on the high school class website. You know, here's what some of your fellow alumni have been doing. So, but it never happened.
Yeah, well, it might still happen. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? Anyway.
Okay, Guy.
Where's my leave studio? There it is.
See you soon.
Mañana.
How about that? Wow, that was fun. Hanging out with Anderson and then Guy. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to run over to the West End, see what my cousin's up to. Be sure to read Durham, North Carolina's online community paper, the Durham Skywriter at durhamskywriter.com. and look to see. Oh, let me tell you of a new feature on the how-to page. I'm putting together a page where you can share your recipes and photos. I want to hear from you. I started out with my cornbread recipe and a photo of some cornbread, and yours truly. So be sure to check out the how-to page of Jerome Skywriter and submit your entries. I'd love to see it, and look forward to seeing that. Okay, you have a beautiful day. Gotta run. Ciao for now.